The Industrial Relations Board declared the strike illegal and ordered flight attendants to return to work by 12 p.m. today. That deadline came and went. Are there ways that Canada can act to enforce the Labor Board's ruling? For instance, can you make your own petition to the court for some kind of injunction or action against the striking workers?
Good afternoon. Thanks for taking the time. That is one option. We could go to the courts and seek an injunction, which we may do. I mean, we're obviously very, very disappointed with the actions of the CUPE leadership team. They're violating the law, and it's negatively impacting hundreds of thousands of our customers right now.
I am curious, Michael, has there been any discussion that you or any of your folks over at Air Canada have had with Carney or other leaders about maybe the government forcing workers back to the job?
Well, the government's already done that. The minister put 107, Section 107 of the Canadian Labour Code to the CIRB, the Canadian Industrial Relationship Board, with a recommendation, and the board endorsed that recommendation that they should not be able to strike, that we should not lock out, and that we would both go to binding arbitration and get a deal done. Unfortunately, and quite disappointingly, the CUPE did not adhere to that direction.
Analysts at Jefferies have noted that the current proposed pay increase would increase the pay deficit that Air Canada crew have versus, say, American Airlines. Can you go higher with your offer, or are you now reluctant because you don't want to reward this kind of union action and set some kind of precedent?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we look more at the Canadian market when we compare our numbers. And certainly what we've offered, what's on the table right now is approximately a 40% increase in total compensation, wages and benefits over the 4 years. And that definitely would make our flight attendants the best paid, best compensated flight attendants in Canada. And that was one of our objectives. Now, we need to remain competitive, we need to grow, but we also want our staff to be paid at fair rates and competitive rates. And in this case, and we certainly have gone the extra yard and put out the offer into the public for the most part at a high level. And we believe 40% is a fair offer that in fact provides our flight attendants the objective or the outcome of being the best paid in Canada.
Is there any ability for Air Canada to meet the union on its demands with regards to being paid for the time that the flights aren't actually in the air, basically when they're on the ground, when they're taxiing? And I understand that every airline out there, every major airline out there does not pay for those particular hours. But do you see any potential that you can concede something on that front?
Okay, so a couple of points on that really critical issue. First of all, our proposal does have a ground pay component attached to it. There are only 2 or 3 airlines or a couple airlines around the world that have that in place, Delta being one. So we've in our proposal, in our 40% proposal, we already have in place or have on the table a element for ground pay or boarding pay, as it's commonly referred to. The second element is, the airline industry is under some scrutiny now as to how we compensate flight attendants, given when the plane backs away from the gate and makes it to the gate at destination. Those rates do incorporate a recognition that work is done before the plane backs away from the gate, and subsequent when the plane arrives at destination. So again, this business model, this compensation model is industry wide, but again, a couple airlines are starting to separate them, and our offer does separate boarding pay from the rest of it.